I'm off to Johannesburg to cook for Chase Chinmanda. He is a prominent Johannesburg businessman and all-around socialite. I'm kicking off tonight's menu with a warm salad of salt-baked celeriac and caramelized walnuts, going into a Bavette steak with a velvety smooth baked potato puree and fresh green asparagus, ending off with a cardamom-infused rice pudding, topping that with a mango mousse. So just quickly before I head up to Joburg or Josie, whichever you want to call it nowadays, I think like a lot of chefs, not the biggest fan of airplane food. Just gonna knock myself something up nice and quick with my nice piece of angelfish. Gonna use one of my favorite grains. Gonna do some couscous. The dish so nice, they named it twice. A good season on that one. Your favorite hot sauce, nice and spicy. Got a jalapeno flavored oil as well. Grab yourself some tomato puree. Just gives it a nice sort of pink hue as well. Nice little color change. Some dried fruit goes really well in here if you got some dates or some apricots or some sultanas. Classically served a lot in Morocco with the tagines. And I've got here some hot chicken stock. Make sure it's nice and highly seasoned. Doesn't take too long. A nice tight cling film. Then just turn your chicken stock pan off. Leave it on there to carry on cooking. My angelfish here. Beautiful flat fish. I buy this already prepped from my fishmonger. Don't see the reason in having to prep my own fish all the time. Just gotta prep a nice fresh tomato salsa to go into that couscous. Red onion's gonna give us a nice crunch in there as well. I'm gonna be eating it raw, so don't be shy to get it really fine. A little bit more heat in the form of a nice Thai red chili. I like mine nice and fiery. Gonna stick with that tomato and basil marriage. Never ever cut your basil too thin, because you start cutting it too thin, it turns black very, very quickly. We don't want that. We want nice, vibrant green basil. Bruise your tomatoes a little bit. Just give them a little squish, releasing that natural liquid that's in there. Have a quick check on this couscous. Couscous is now plumped up, absorbed all that stock. A little taste in your couscous. Needs a tiny bit of acidity just to counteract that heat. Just straight in. You don't want to add that lemon in the beginning because you don't want to cook that freshness out. Always add your lemon right at the end. Little season on your fish, both sides. Skin side down, or where the skin would be if it was still on there. Literally gonna cook it on the one side almost all the way. Flip it over, 5 seconds, some butter in. Baste, 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 out. Beautiful way to keep your fish nice and moist. Butter straight in. Beautiful crust on that fish. Literally need seconds on this side. That you're gonna make quite a nice pan sauce in there. Might just take some lemon. That's your fish beautifully cooked. If you wanna keep it warm, just tuck your butter paper or your greaseproof over the top. Last thing to do is fold the salsa through the couscous, straight in. Always make more couscous than you need. Stays in your fridge for quite a while. Nice little snack later. Most important parts right here in the bottom of the tray. Just take those beautiful pan juices, mix with the lemon juice. Just get it in there. Ooh. Now this is proper private chef airplane food. Johannesburg is a vibrant, wicked, electric city. From the second you land, it's just like go, go, go. It's the second largest city in Africa. It's got cool markets and foodie spots popping up all over the place. And it's good to see the Joburgers getting involved in the foodie scene. I'm meeting my friend, the secret Josie chef, Paul Marcial, at the Bryanston Organic Market. Hoping to pick up some quality produce for tonight.
There we go.
Cream is gonna go rice pudding. Gonna do a baked rice pudding. What's next?
Perfect. Next.
Big fan of these breakfast radishes. We're actually gonna dry the potato skins out to make potato salt.
Oh, wow.
This is just the seeds?
Just the seeds,
And this is the...
just the extract. I'm gonna take one of these.
Thank you.
This bunch of radishes. Paul, hold that for me. You've changed my menu tonight, so I'm gonna have to use black radishes now.
Cool.
Quite an unfamiliar kitchen for me today. I haven't really cooked in here a lot, so I'm a little bit disorientated. Got my list, I know where most things are. First up, some beautiful potatoes here. Grab a nice tray. Purpose of the salt there being to draw out any excess moisture that's in the oven. We're gonna bake them for about 40-45 minutes, and then we're gonna scoop them in some nice warm cream and butter, make a really good, soft, smoothie emulsion. These go straight in. Keeping in with our salt theme of the day, or salt baking as it is, I'm gonna make a salt crust for my celeriac. Some fresh thyme just goes straight into your blender. Lid on. Salt straight in. Put equal amounts of salt and flour. Tiny bit of water. We're really just gonna bake the celeriac in it, imparting all the flavor. Wrap it quite tightly, so as the steam tries to leave the celeriac, pushes it back in with that flavor of the thyme and the salt. Possibly the ugliest vegetable on the planet, but in my eyes, one of the tastiest. It's actually the root that celery grows out of. Don't think that I'm throwing this away. This is gonna make a puree for my nice little base for our salad. Take our beautiful salt crust. Just wanna wet it slightly on the outsides and then tuck it up. Doesn't need to be pretty, just needs to be functional. So I designed this menu around the really cool pizza oven. I'm gonna cook these in later. Little pan on for my rice pudding infusion. Couple little cardamom pods. Really amazing aroma from the cardamom pods. And just to release all their natural oils. Don't want to over toast your cardamom. Straight in with the milk. Cream. Some of that amazing vanilla we got this morning. Back on. Give it a gentle stir. Now, of course, this is for a pudding, so it's gonna need some sugar. So I'm going to get a little caramel on for my walnuts. Just sugar straight into a pan. Our Bavette steak. Never ever cook your meat straight out the fridge. Always take it out your fridge a while before you wanna cook it to get that meat up to room temperature. I always marinate / rub my bavette in some grain mustard. I just find it lends itself really well to those red, meaty flavors. Now, the bavette is from the abdominal part of the animal. It does quite a lot of work, so it has really strong flavor. Just pop it straight onto your grain mustard. Then hit it with your olive oil. Good smack of salt on there. Black pepper on the bavette. And then all you gotta do is flip it around and repeat the process. This is a mango puree. You can puree down fresh mangoes. You can also buy frozen mangoes, puree them up, pass them through a sieve. You want to reduce by at least half, so if you got a liter, reduce it down to 500 mils. Into that, I'm gonna do 5 leaves of soaked gelatin and then pop it straight into your warm puree. It must go into your warm puree, otherwise it's never ever gonna work. So this is the base of my mango mousse. I'm also gonna use little bits of the jelly just to give it a conk, conk, conk. Get it all out. So pop this into a fridge, 1-2 hours, no problem. So for the rice pudding, we've got our milk and cream on with the cardamom and the vanilla and all the sugar and all that goodness. What I'm gonna do is wash a tiny bit of starch off this rice because I don't want that rice pudding to be too claggy. What you wanna try and achieve is to see the water running clear. Good enough for me. Let's go straight on. Got our infused cardamom and vanilla sugar milk. Pop that on. As you can see, our caramel is beautifully bittersweet. Much more a fan of a bittersweet caramel. Like to take it a little bit darker. Walnuts going straight in. Just a little toss around while it's warm. Tiny bit of salt on there. Now, the rice pudding is going to go into the oven at 130 degrees. What we're going to do is cook the steak backwards. So we're going to put the steak in the oven first at 130, bake that for an hour, and then finish it off in the pan.
You always want to check on that bavette every now and then, just to make sure that you're not overcooking it, even though we are doing it at a very low temperature.
Potatoes are nicely baked. Salt's definitely done its job there. If you don't have one of these things, go out and buy one. It's a potato ricer. You don't want these to cool down. As soon as these cool down, you're gonna get lumps. Scoop your flesh. Straight out. We're gonna dry these potato skins out, just in the oven. Makes a beautiful potato salt. It's gonna flavor our main course. We're gonna pass the potato into warm milk and cream. Steaks are ready to come out. Potato skins in. Take potatoes off the heat and then be extremely liberal with the butter. Take your butter paper. Prevents it from getting any skin. One of my last jobs is going to be the onions. One of the last and fastest jobs. I'm going to use a tool that I never owned until I was about 16. It's a microwave. So you're gonna make perfect little white onion petals that we're just gonna flake off. Remove the skin. Keeping the root on is extremely important. You need that root to hold it together while it's cooking. It's only gonna cook for 8 minutes.
Good deal.
Hello, sir. Oh,
Hey, how you
hands
doing?
full of onion.
Hey, how you
You
doing?
well?
Fantastic. It's been a while.
See you, man.
It's good to
It
see
has
you
been
too.
way too long.
Yeah, what are we cooking?
How's things?
Chase is not the fussiest eater in the world, but he does like to know what's going on, so he always comes into the kitchen and looks around, has a little taste.
Cool.
Super.
All right, I'm excited to eat what you have. All right. Cheers.
Just slightly dress your onions. A little salt. You want a really good layer on there. Nice and tight. Pop it into your microwave for 8 minutes, and they'll peel away like little petals.
Let's get these bad boys into the pizza oven. Wish I had one of these. Get it right up in there. Because it doesn't matter if you get any coal on there or anything like that. You're not gonna eat the crust. Chuck it straight off.
There's always an air of mystery about who's going to be on Chase's guest list. In tonight's case, it's a group of young Joburg professionals and artists making a massive impact in their respective fields.
It does this really cool self-vac-packing trick. Potato skins are now nice and dry. Your salt straight in. And that recipe here. Who would have thought you can pop that much flavor to a skin? The walnuts, we just want at a sweet surprise on that starter. We're gonna have real earthy flavors with the celeriac and all sorts. You just want that little walnut crunch, little walnut pop. Let's give it a little chop. Don't need to be too fine with this semi-rustic hack. One of the last components to our salad is the fresh pear. Gotta love an almost clean list. A little bit of olive oil just to moisten it slightly. I like having that pear just straight into its marinade. No need for much else here. We've got the sweetness of the pear, we've got the earthiness of the celeriac, the saltiness of the cheese. Yeah. Just give your rice pudding a quick check. See, it's soaked up all that liquid. Tiny bit more cream in there. Sprinkle some brown sugar on there, and you get a beautiful crust. We're almost there.
Can you tuck yourself?
Oh, amazing. Just want nice, generic, organic slices of this. Don't need to be too funky. It's an amazing salad. Good, grassy, South African olive oil. Nothing else needed, it's all in there. This is the celeriac skins that I cooked. A little bit of chicken stock, a little bit of cream, a little bit of butter. Blended it up, popped it in a bottle. I managed to get my hands on some wild chive flowers. Such an amazing flavor. Got a gorgonzola here. I'd normally leave the cheese out the fridge for a while before I use it, but in this case, because I've got the warm celeriac, I like to have that heat contrast, warm, cold, warm, cold, warm, cold. Everything on the plate needs to have a purpose. If it's not there for a purpose, don't put it on. Always keep in the back of your mind how many men and how many women you have in your party. It's no lie that guys eat a lot more than girls. Forgotten anything?
It's super satisfying to see my guests enjoy their food. And in this case, I know they're enjoying it because they go a little bit quieter.
Pans on. Got our bavette. You can see here, it's perfectly cooked. Proteins are perfectly set. All it needs is a flash to a really hot pan. Develop that crust, that umami flavor that we're looking for. Don't be shy with the olive oil either. I'm gonna reheat the vegetables in this pan as well. Save myself washing up. Really just trying to mimic that open fire cooking. Get a little bit of that real open fire contact. It's a bit of fun as well. So the protein's already set. So all we're looking is for that color, for that flavor, for that little bit of edge. Now the asparagus is raw, so it's gonna take about 30 seconds longer than the beans that have been blanched. Beans straight in. Now this is super rich, so we don't need too much. To reinforce that potato flavor. Leave your guests wondering how you got so much baked potato flavor into a pure white puree. Not too heavy on the onion, 2 little petals. Black radishes forming like a little dome. Nice sharp knife on the angle against the grain, back into its tray, keeping that flavor going the whole way through. This is what you want. Just falls apart. Your main course is a marinated bavette steak. It's sitting on a baked potato puree.
Just one question. So, sorry, I'm about to post that. So how do I spell Bavette?
B-A-V-E-T-T-E.
Thanks, man.
Now that is the ultimate rice pudding. One more last thing to do for that. Creme fraiche, a little bit of lime juice. Straight in. Straight up icing sugar. Just coax it through. Mango puree. It's now solidified. We're gonna use half of this and then just slide it off. Just ripple it through. Just wanna agitate it. It's into a piping bag. Just to give that rice pudding something to sit on. Perfect. I remember growing up, we used to fight over that crust. I think anytime with food, if you can evoke a childhood memory, doing your job right. Just coax it on top. Something you're not going to see very often in a dessert. Little nasturtium flowers. You've got a baked rice pudding. It's flavored with vanilla and cardamom. On the bottom, you've got a mango mousse. On the top, you've got a mango jelly. Yes. And then on the top of that, those are nasturtium leaves.
Nasturtium, do you know
nasturtium.
how to spell it?
I don't know how to spell nasturtium.
They're
just chicken.
I won't lie.
They are dazed and confused.
Cheers to that.
Wow, Johannesburg. I enjoy it more and more every single time I've come up here. Your city and your people, extremely colorful.